Good morning, gang. Today we're doing something a bit more unconventional. We are gonna go to the gym and lift without breakfast. I know, crazy. But that's because my friend is in town and she wants to go get a little something at the local Nook. So figure go to the gym, get a good little shoulders and tri workout in, and then we'll go eat breakfast. That'll be pretty good. It also gives me a chance to see how I would do without my 1,000-calorie breakfast. So we'll see how that goes. What's today's topic? What is today's topic? I would say caffeine usage. Limit your caffeine usage. I know that's weird of me saying that, but it's you got to cycle on and off, right? Because if you become dependent on it, you get really bad caffeine withdrawals. Like I had some headaches yesterday, and I thought it was like electrical buzz, like just staring at my phone all day and watching The Sopranos. But I honestly think it might be the caffeine, because I just didn't have any yesterday, and I usually don't on days I work out, and I'm usually okay. But yesterday I had a pretty bad little headache. So you want to cycle through. So on days you don't work out, don't drink any caffeine. On days you do, I'd say dependent on the muscle group, gauge your caffeine use. So if you're working arms and shoulders and chest, then your caffeine's going to be a little lower. If you're working back and legs, then you can put your caffeine a bit higher. That being said, you don't need to bump it up to freaking 400 milligrams and have like 2 white monsters before a workout. That's just not needed. Unless you're powerlifting or bodybuilding or something, then you don't need that much caffeine in you to go hit like biceps like that. You just don't need that. But anyway, I digress. So I would just say cycle through with your caffeine. It's also just good for your general health. The FDA has deemed that 400 milligrams is the max you should be taking a day, and I stick to that. I'll probably still have a heart attack and die at some point, but god damn. Anyway, we'll talk a little more. We'll talk a little more once we get to the gym. Anyway, what was I saying? Caffeine. Watch your caffeine usage. Believe it or not, 200, 300 milligrams of caffeine every day is not normal. It's not normal. Like a cup of coffee, it's like 60 milligrams of caffeine. You know what I mean? So pounding white monsters every day, as good as they are, is not beneficial to your overall health. Believe it or not. I know caffeine's great. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel giddy. But it's not really that great for you. So, and I think it is just overall better to, if you're going to get caffeine and regularly have it, if you are going to do that, I think it is cheaper in the long run just to go get like a powder or something like that rather than drinks, because over time, $2, that's going to add up pretty dang quickly over time. Whereas, you pay $50 for a pre-workout, you're getting a good amount of servings. And it's specially made for, has sodium and liquid, maybe not liquid glycerol, but it's got B12 and B3s in it, so it's better for your pump. Whereas the Monsters and like the canned energy drinks and stuff like that, it's just convenience. It's just so you can crack it open and it's fizzy and it tastes good. So, I think that's the end of today's topic because, I'm going to stop yapping here and get to what you're watching me here for. So, I will see y'all in the gym for a tricep and shoulder workout. Started off with shoulders rather than triceps last time. I think it went pretty well because shoulders is something we need to work on. So, we'll see how we do with the weight today. I think we had 70, we had like 70 or 75 for 8 or 9 reps. No, 7 to 8 reps. So we'll go for 8 or 9 today. We don't want to, we can trust the process. We don't got to rush it. Let's go. There we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh. That's progress, baby. That's progress. All right. Let's go gas them out. All right. Okay. Oh. that bad. Let's go do some cardio. Get out of here.